This is question number 23 on the June 2015 calculator paper. Okay, so let's look at this question. It says here is a parallelogram. We can see that from the shape. DC is 7, so here it is. CB is 5 centimeters, there it is. And angle ABC is 40, and I can see it there. Work out the area of the parallelogram. Give your answer correct to one decimal place. So we need to produce the answer to one decimal place. Okay, so looking at this question, I'm getting an idea of what to do. One of the things you should be well aware of is how you work out the area of parallelogram. There are different ways depending on what information you have. And in this case, we have two sides of the parallelogram. You should know that opposite sides are equal, so that's their 5 centimeters, and that up there is 7 centimeters. Okay, so I know those two sides, and I have an angle, right? So given this information, you should know that if you draw a diagonal, and I'm going to use this particular one here to split the parallelogram into two triangles, those triangles are going to be the same and have the same area. So opposite angles in a parallelogram are the same. So these two triangles are identical. And you should also know that there is a technique that can help you work out the area of this particular triangle. Now, on your formula page in your exam booklet, you're given the formula for a triangle given two sides and the angle between them. And that area of triangle is given by a half times A times B times sine C. C is the angle between those two sides. So this could be your A, that could be your B, and the angle is C. I'm going to use that to help me work out the area of the triangle. And then if I double it, that will give me the area of the whole parallelogram. So the area of this triangle is a half times A, which is 7, times B, which is 5, times sine of C, which is 40. Okay, let's go about doing this. Get your calculator. A half is 0.5 times 7 times 5 times sine of 60. Let's delete that. It's 40 degrees. Just check that carefully. Yep, it is. And that gives me 11.428783. I'm not going to write down the whole number. 11.2487 and so on. Okay, I've kept the number on my calculator screen, right? I'm going to double it in a bit, but let's just write up what I'm going to do. So the area of the parallelogram is going to be 11.2487 times 2, which is, and let's do that, times it by 2 equals 22.4975. 22.4975. And again, there's several other decimal places. However, remember, the last line of the question said, give your answer to one decimal place. There'll be a mark going for that. So I'm going to count one number after the decimal point. I'm going to chop it off there. But before I do that, look at the next number along. In this case, it's a 9. So I'm going to have to round this up by 1, and that becomes 22.5. Okay, remember it's area you're working in. If I go to look at the answer space, there's already centimeters squared written in there. So I'm just going to write 22.5 in the answer space. Okay, this is an incredibly straightforward question, right? Those of you working on the top grade should be able to do this and get all the marks in it. Make sure you do understand it. Make sure you can do it, right? And do take your time as you are, right? If I just zoom out a bit, you should be able to see the whole question. Yep, there you go. Okay, do pause it here. Have a look at all the workings, make sure you do understand it. You could do this and get full marks in it if you get a question similar to it.